Hi there, Logic Language Learners. So this video is using a website that I really want you to make part of your French learning arsenal, your French learning collection of websites that you're going to be using, because one of the main problems with learning anything is getting bored. You want to have a variety of stuff that you're looking at. Why do I like this website? It's already been featured on the video featured in the video where I talk about websites that I like, but it's particularly good because it's funny, it's interesting, it uses French that we use when we're speaking French, and you know if you've understood each little story, so it's really easy to translate, just small little stories, because it's, okay, it might not be laugh out loud funny, but you get why it generates a laugh. Okay, so the website is called Vie de merde. I've spoken about it before. It's called Life, which means life of shit. Okay, pardon my language. As I've told you in the title, this is slightly adult content. The American, UK, Australian equivalent is called Fuck My Life, and it's just a series of stories where people talk about funny, stupid stuff that happened to them. But in the French is fantastic. So I'm going to be talking, we're just going to be translating, so if you open up the description straight away, underneath there will be, I'm not just going to post a link to Vie de merde because it won't obviously bring you up to Vie de merde when you're watching this video. It will be the, you know, it'll be whatever day or time or month it is when you watch Vie de merde. If you're watching it on the 22nd of January 2019, you might very well see the same content. So, if you look underneath, we've got the French and we're going to translate. So, first one. Aujourd'hui, mon mari m'a proposé d'essayer une position qui lui a été suggérée par sa maman. So, aujourd'hui, mon mari m'a proposé d'essayer une position qui lui a été suggérée par sa maman. All right? So, let's just copy paste so I can make a nice list of all the ones that we're going to do. Lovely. So that is, today my husband suggested, proposed, fine, but proposed is like, would you like to be my wife? So my husband suggested trying, so to suggest doing something. So Luc suggested going for a walk. Luc a proposé de se promener. Luc a proposé Luc suggested having a drink. Luc a proposé d'avoir quelque chose à boire, or de prendre quelque chose à boire. So, to suggest will often be proposé. Or the verb which is going to come later, which is suggérée, suggérée. Okay? Notice the U. Notice the noun is suggestion. Yeah, suggestion, so suggestion, suggestion, or proposition. Gestion, without the su, is management, the skill. Okay, so management, the people, la direction, management, the people, the management, the skill, la gestion. So aujourd'hui, mon mari m'a proposé d'essayer une position. So today, my husband suggested trying a position qui lui a été suggérée, which was suggested to him, which in French, which to him has been suggested. So let's quickly talk about the grammar. We're going to use qui, okay, because the thing that's about to do the verb is on the, so A to B equals qui. And if you don't understand that, email me logiclanguagelearning@gmail.com and I will send you the relative pronouns video. But it's because the position is doing the verb, albeit passively here, has been suggested. So that's why it's qui, not que. So why do we use lui? Because you might go, well, she suggested, well, okay, to be fair, in English we hear a to, so she suggested to him. So the thing that was suggested, the object, the direct object, was the position, and the relationship between the mom is, yeah, it's indirect, suggested something to him, qui lui a été suggéré, by his mom, par sa maman, okay? There's a big debate, some people say sa mère, some people say sa maman. I mean, mère means mother, maman means like the term you'd call your mom. Some people in certain parts of France hate hearing ma mère if I'm talking about her. Other people think ma maman sounds a bit hipster and new, so there you go. Next one. good God, they're all filthy today. Typical. I planned doing this and they're all filth. Aujourd'hui, ma sœur est venue Aujourd'hui, ma sœur est venue me demander des capotes en urgence, sauf que comme j'avais utilisé la dernière, la veille, avec ma copine, je lui ai dit que je n'en ai plus, elle a crié à son copain, c'est pas grave bébé, ce soir je vais avaler. So, aujourd'hui, ma sœur est venue me demander des capotes en urgence, sauf que comme j'avais utilisé la dernière, la veille, avec ma copine. Je lui dis que je n'en ai plus, elle a crié à son copain, c'est pas grave bébé, ce soir je vais avaler. So, translation. Today, my sister came to ask me for condoms urgently. Notice demander is ask for, and I don't require an extra pour. It's not elle est venue me demander pour, okay? If it was she asked me to do something, it would be elle m'a demandé de plus the infinitive. Notice ma sœur est venue has got an e on it because it's an reflexive, no, it's an être verb. It's one of the standard verbs of moving around that will have être, commonly known as the verbs of motion, but I don't like that term. Des capotes, slang word for condom. Okay, préservatif is the proper word, but capote, it's like a roof, a covering, you know. Sauf que comme, except that when, except that as, except that as, j'avais utilisé, so I had used. Notice the pluperfect, not I have used, but I had used. The last one, yeah, so we've talked about that on the video where we talk about all the different ways to say the word one. So if you say the last, the first, the blue one, the pink one, you're saying the and then the word. So she'd used, I had used the last one, j'avais utilisé la dernière, la veille, word which means the day before. Yeah, so it's the equivalent of the following day is le lendemain, the day before is la veille. So you might go, well, why don't you just say yesterday? Because yesterday only works for today. You might go, well, Luke, it begins with aujourd'hui, but that's just how the website works. So the day before, hey, can you do next Thursday? No, but I can do the day before. Moi, je préfère la veille. Je lui dis que je n'en ai plus. I tell him that I don't have any more. Notice the pronunciation. More as in more of something, as in yes, more, positive, plus. I don't have any more, je n'en ai plus. So ne and plus as a partnership, you will always pronounce the plus as plus. If you don't understand the pronunciation of plus versus plus, there is a video on it. Please search, type using plus, or just email me and I'll send you the video. So I tell her, him, who it could be both. I tell her that I don't have it anymore. She cried out. Now the verb to cry out is crier. We also in slang modern French say gueuler. Arrête de gueuler. Stop screaming. Hurler. We don't mean to cry. That would be pleurer. Yeah, the slang word of which is chialer. So she cries out to her boyfriend. C'est pas grave, bébé. It's not serious, baby. It's not the end of the world. Notice in slang French, she's not saying the ne. C'est pas grave, bébé. It's not ce n'est pas grave, bébé. Ce soir, je vais avaler. This evening, I'm going to swallow. If that goes over your head, you're doing it wrong. No, if that goes over your head, it goes over your head. But the word to swallow is avaler. Okay? Think of an avalanche. It swallows you. I'm swallowing the juice, j'avale le jus. Okay, I have difficulty swallowing. J'ai du mal à avaler. Okay, let me just get rid of this. Okay. Next one. Aujourd'hui, alors que je m'entraînais pour le bac sport en escalade, j'ai voulu faire de la voltige à 4 mètres de haut pour gagner plus de points. Résultat, j'ai seulement gagné une double entorse. Ok? Aujourd'hui, alors que je m'entraînais pour le bac sport en escalade, j'ai voulu faire de la voltige à 4 mètres de haut pour gagner plus de points. Résultat, j'ai seulement gagné une double entorse. Today, so whilst I was training, look at the entraîner, so the imperfect AIS could be was, could be used to, or could just simply be I trained as long as you are referring to a repetition. Okay? So in this case, I was training because it's about today. Notice it's to train yourself. The verb is s'entraîner. Otherwise, I could train you. I train you guys in verbs. Je vous entraîne. Notice traîner is not to train. That would be like to schlep around, to drag around. I've been dragging this bag all day. J'ai traîné ce sac. Okay, so je m'entraînais pour le bac sport. Go away. I'm sorry, but you've had your chance. And you weren't free earlier. So j'ai voulu faire de la voltige. So I wanted to do a tightrope walk at 4 meters high, à 4 mètres de haut. Notice the de. Yeah? Pour gagner plus de points. To gain or to earn more points. Notice the pronunciation of plus de points. This is not fair. Piss off. Right. À 4 mètres de haut pour gagner plus de points. Résultat, j'ai seulement gagné une double entorse. Okay? So notice pour is in order to or just simply to. So it's when you do something with the goal of doing something else. So being very high end, I'm going to the conference in order to sell whatever the house is, pour vendre. But otherwise it's just to sell. So it's when you do something with a goal of doing something else, you will use the preposition pour or afin de. So pour gagner plus de points, to gain more points, to earn more points. Résultat, result, j'ai seulement gagné une double entorse. I only earned a double sprain. Yeah, entorse is a sprain. What's next? Okay. Aujourd'hui, j'ai fait ma première sortie de nuit avec mon nouveau vélo. Gilet jaune, casque, 3 lumières, j'ai tout prévu, sauf l'automobiliste distrait qui a ouvert sa porte à mon passage. Okay, so today I went out for the first time on my new bike. So I did my first going out. You really want to try and find the nouns of certain verbs. So arriver is to arrive, so arrival in English would be, mon arrivée. Partir is to depart, but to leave, but my departure, mon départ, so the word slightly changes. Sortir, une sortie. Change, a change, un changement. Yeah, développer, développement. So the words, the noun word is often similar but a little bit different, if that makes sense. So yellow jacket. Now this has got nothing to do with the yellow waistcoat situation that's going on in France politically at the moment, but it's kind of the same thing. So it's basically saying one of those yellow fluorescent style waistcoats. Casque is helmet. 3 lights. I planned everything. Now, prévu. The verb to plan is planifier. The verb to prepare is préparer. Prévoir is kind of to foresee. Yeah? So, have you got anything planned this weekend, Luc? Vous avez quelque chose de prévu? Prévu is kind of planned in so much as you've anticipated it. So, I anticipated everything, I planned everything, I prepared everything. Yeah? Sauf l'automobiliste, except the driver. Distrait, now that looks like a was verb, but that's actually the distracted driver who opened his or her door. We don't know, it's the gender of the door, which is feminine. À mon passage, as I came past. Alright? Next one. Aujourd'hui, mes 2 enfants et moi testons les filtres photos sur Instagram. Mon fils me dit « Wow, maman, celui-ci enlève tes rides. » Ma fille lui rétorque « Mais il laisse les boutons, merci les enfants. » So, aujourd'hui, mes 2 enfants et moi, nous testons les filtres photos sur Instagram. Mon fils me dit « Wow, maman, celui-ci enlève tes rides. » Ma fille lui rétorque « Mais il laisse tes boutons. Merci les enfants. » Good. VDM at the end of everything just means vie de merde in abbreviation, if that's not obvious. So today, my 2 children and I, in English, because we're doing the verb, but in French, my 2 children and me, you'd have to say. We are testing. Yes, we just go straight into the verb testant. People forget you can do that. Les filtres photo filters. If you were talking in context, you'd just say les filtres. You need to remember there's a lot of words in French which have a couple of words. So, for example, a police officer, agent de police, okay? An estate agent, a realtor, agent immobilier. So if you were talking in context, you would just say the one word. So I'm trying to sell my house. I've rung the agent. You know, j'essaie de vendre ma maison.